cook with fresh ingredients to make a fresh meal. But this week's class is going to be about those days where we're feeling a little bit more lazy, or maybe we had a busy day and we don't have time to cook. But regardless, today we're going to be working on following instructions on a frozen meal. We're going to use frozen waffles for breakfast, patties for lunch, healthy choice TV dinner. The reason that I chose these three different things is because they'll use three different appliances that we have in our house, and it's good to know how to use each of them. So for the waffles, we're going to use the toaster. For the TV dinner, we're going to use the microwave, and for the patties, we're going to use the oven. The next thing we're going to look at is our Eggo waffles, and for this we're going to be using the toaster. So once again, I'm going to look for my instructions. It's not on the back of the box like it was for the other one, so you want to make sure you look on all sides of your box. It's not on this side, it's not on this side. Oh, but I found it on this side. I'm going to look where it says heating directions, and I'm going to read it. So it says keep frozen until ready to use. Toast or heat before eating, and once it's thawed, you don't want to refreeze it again. So I look where it says toaster. Heat waffles in toaster at lightest or lowest heat setting. 2 toastings might be required to achieve desired crispiness. So I'm going to open up my waffles using this side here. And I'm going to bring them to my toaster. Now that I have my waffles open, I'm going to take 2, because that's how many I'm going to be eating, and I'm going to place it in my toaster. If ever you don't remember what the instructions say, you can always bring the box with you and revisit it again. So, as I'm going to remind myself, it says heat waffles on the lightest or lowest heat setting. So I'm going to go to my knob here, and I'm going to turn it all the way to the lowest one. And when it's at the lowest, I'm going to push it down and wait for it to pop up again. Now that my waffles have popped up, I'm going to touch them to see if they're as crispy as I'd like them. And to me, I feel like they need a little bit more time. So like it says on the box, it says I might have to toast it twice so that it's crispy enough. So that's what I'm going to do. And it says on the lightest or lowest setting. So I'm going to keep it on the same lowest setting that it was. And I'm going to push it down again. And once it pops up, it'll be all ready. And that's it, guys. The next item I'm going to look at is my TV dinner. So once again, I'm going to look for the instructions, like these ones are on the back, and I'm going to read them carefully. It says, do not use if seal is broken. So if ever you get your box and you notice that it's broken or the plastic is ripped, you don't want to use it because it might be bad. Cook only one at a time. Do not cook in conventional or toaster ovens. Unlike our waffles and our patties, you don't want to put this in the oven. So the first thing it says is microwave on high for 4 minutes. No need to vent film. That means you don't have to poke a hole in it. So I'm going to get this open and then I'll show you guys how to do that. Now that I have it open, I'm going to peel the plastic off. Just like that. I'm going to go straight to my microwave. And I'll even go get my instructions one more time. So it says microwave on high for 4 minutes. I'm going to go to my number pad and I'm going to click 400, which is 4 minutes. And I'm going to click start. Sometimes on your microwave, there'll be a button that says time, and you might have to push it first before you hit in the 4 minutes or whatever time your meal is. But for this one, you just have to poke it in right away. And we're just going to wait for that to finish and then follow the next steps. Now that that's done, I'm going to open up the microwave and we're going to read the rest of the instructions. Alright, you guys, now that we have our meal out of the microwave, it's time to read the rest of the instructions. Stir steamed food into sauce bowl and be very careful because it's hot. So I'm going to take the first steamed part part like it says, and that is hot. And I'm gonna shovel it into the sauce. Smells really good though. Perfect. I'm gonna stir it until it's covered in delicious sauce. There you go. And for the last instruction, it just says check that your food is cooked thoroughly, which it is, and enjoy. I would suggest waiting at least a minute or two because it might be a little hot since it just came out of the microwave. But once that's done, it's ready for you to enjoy. For this frozen meal, our instructions are actually on the back of the box. And we're gonna read those carefully to make sure that our food can be cooked right. These patties, you can either use your oven or you can use a microwave. For this video, I'm going to use the oven. The first thing that it says is to preheat your oven to 325 degrees. We're gonna turn our dial on bake. Remember, yours might say the word bake. And then we're gonna look at our knob and we're gonna turn it to 325 degrees. Now mine doesn't say 325 exactly, yours might, but I know that it's going to be between the 300 and between the 350. That's going to preheat, and that's how you do it. Now that my oven is preheated, I'm going to go to the next step and see what it says. We preheat the oven to 325, and now it says remove and discard wrapper. So I'm going to take off the plastic part. Place patty on baking sheet. So that's what your next steps are. I've taken the plastic off and I put it on the baking sheet just like it says. So now I'm gonna look at what my next steps are. It says heat on middle shelf of oven for 15 to 20 minutes or until internal temperature is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I know that not all of us have a heat thermometer on hand. So if ever you're not sure if it's cooked enough, it's always better to look at the higher number and leave it in at that if you're not sure. I'm going to open my oven. I'm going to take my cookie sheet and I'm going to put it on the middle rack. Careful not to burn my fingers, just like it says. We are going to put it in for 15 minutes to start. If I'm not sure if it's ready, another 5 minutes to make it 20 minutes. All right. My timer is done, so now it's time to take the patties out of the oven. And there you have it, guys. So those look nice and ready. And that's basically it. So anytime you guys are making a frozen meal, whether it be in the microwave, the toaster, or the oven, you always have to make sure that you read the instructions properly so your food can come out cooked and safe for you to eat. So it's okay if we have lazy days sometimes. We just don't feel like cooking or it's been a busy day. That's what those meals are there for. So I hope you guys enjoy. And if ever you happen to be having a frozen dinner or using your microwave or your toaster, your oven anytime this week, I would definitely love to still see those pictures. Until next time, guys.
On my way.